What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Taurean Reloaded channel. If you are new, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit that bell and have your notifications set to all so you can be notified every time I upload a new video or go live. Also, be sure to like, comment, and share this content on your various social media platforms. So today we will be talking about this individual right here by the name of Dennis Butler, who's no longer part of the union because he thought it would have been a good idea to attempt to most likely shoot up a children's party. Like, he came to a party with an AR-15 style rifle and literally actually started shooting into the crowd. Like, he actually started shooting into the crowd. Now, I don't think he actually shot and killed anyone, thank God, but somebody definitely did him in. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article that's coming from CBSnews.com. And it was posted May 27th, 2022. A woman in West Virginia fatally shot a man who began firing an AR-15 style rifle into a crowd of people that had gathered for a party. Dennis Butler, age 37, was killed Wednesday night after he pulled out the rifle and began shooting at dozens of people attending the birthday graduation party outside an apartment complex in the city of Charleston. I'm actually familiar with the city of Charleston, West Virginia. The woman who was attending the party drew a pistol and fired, killing Butler. The statement said no one at the party was injured. Instead of running from the threat, she engaged with the threat and saved several lives last night, Chief of Detectives Tony Hazlett told the news outlet Thursday. I felt like that was kind of a dig at the cops down in Uvalde, Texas. Butler was at the apartment complex earlier in the evening in a vehicle and had been warned to slow down because children were playing, police said. They said he left but returned later, parked in the front of the complex, and began firing. After fatally shooting Butler, the woman waited along with several witnesses for police to arrive, and all have cooperated with the investigations, authorities said. Hazlett said no charges would be filed against the woman, and there shouldn't be. The thought of them even wanting to file charges against her, if they even thought of it, would be absurd. And that's the entire article right there. Now this story right here is not getting a lot of attention, and I could probably think of a couple reasons as to why. One you would think would get attention is one, because clearly this is a black man that you see right here. Now, when what happened in the subway in Harlem, as well as Waukesha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I always tend to pronounce it wrong, and people correct me, and then I will have to pronounce it again, and I'll still mess it up. But you know what I'm talking about. The parade, the Christmas parade. They'll bring those up, and the reason why I say they'll bring that up is because there were casualties in which people died in both of those incidents. But they probably won't talk about this much because no one died except him, the one who was wielding the gun and doing the shooting. First off, I give kudos to whoever this woman is. They didn't give her identity, and I'm fine with them not giving her identity. But she activated her Second Amendment right and did what she had to do, and she took out the target. She took out the enemy. And this guy was indeed the enemy at the moment. There is, as far as we know, no motive as to why this guy did what he did. We probably will never find out why he did what he did because he's dead. And like we always say over here, and like we always know because we have common sense, dead people don't talk. All we know is that this guy was driving in the neighborhood where children were playing, and he was driving fast in the neighborhood. They was told him to slow down. He left, and he came back with an AR-15 and just started shooting up at a grad party. For whatever reason, I don't know. They never specified if anyone at this party knew who this guy was, if he was related to anybody who was there or anything like that. They just said he just came there and he decided he was going to do what he did. Luckily, nobody was injured. No one was, or worse, taken out. And that the only person that was taken out was the one that needed to be, and that's the guy that you see in the picture. I think the only thing that's probably going to throw people off guard is the fact that this guy's black. And I think that's probably why the news media probably also didn't really pick it up like that, even though you would think that they would have, but they didn't, considering he actually did carry out the act of firing this weapon. It's just that no one was killed or injured. And I think another reason is because you had someone who actually was successful in taking him out, but that's all the more reason they would have talked about it. But you know how mainstream media is. If they can't get a good angle out of it, they're not going to really press it. So this story is not going to go much further than West Virginia, the local media outlets in that state and in that area in which this occurred in. And it makes me wonder, because West Virginia doesn't have a huge black population. So it makes me wonder where in West Virginia this happening, because the times I've been to West Virginia, it's mainly been PC people there. And the only time I really went over there was because of the casino over there. Those who are from this area know that there's a casino over in West Virginia called Charlestown. It's probably changed a whole lot since, it's happened, but I think a lot of people stopped going over there ever since they started building up other casinos in the area that was a little bit more closer. But for a while, that was the more closer casino to go to. But even then, it was mainly PC people that I saw over there. So it makes me wonder where at in West Virginia this was at. Well, it says Charleston, but where at in Charleston is the better question. But yeah, shout out to her. She used her Second Amendment. She activated and she did what she had to do. The people who are at that party are extremely lucky that she was carrying that day, because it sounds like to me she was the only one who was carrying, because had it not been for her, it would have been another type of mass shooting that we would have been hearing about on the news. But because she took out the target, even though this could have been classified under the term of mass shooting, but no one died, let's just say that the people are very lucky and fortunate that she was there and that she was carrying that day. And she did this with her pistol. She didn't have a AR rifle like this guy did. She did this with her pistol. So that means that she had very good aim to take him out, because they didn't say where he got shot at, but it was a kill shot. So it had to be somewhere in the torso on up for her to actually have taken him out. But shout out to her. Glad everybody's okay. I feel nothing for the piece of shit on the screen, and neither should you. And that's my take on it.